Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Polina and here on my channel I talk mostly about fragrances. And in today's video I'm going to continue talking about renewed perfume house Jacques Fath. In today's video I'm going to review 4 fragrances which were released in 2018. All fragrances of the renewed house of Jacques Fath are dedicated to some important events, some significant moments in the life of the founder of its brand, Jacques Fath, or for the brand, for the fashion brand, Jacques Fath. I'm going to start this review with the fragrance named Red Shoes. It was released in 2018 and the nose behind it is Cécile Zarocan. Red Shoes is the name of the ballet movie from 1948 for which Jacques Fath created its fabulous dresses and costumes for the prima ballerina Moira Shearer. And in 1950, Jacques Fath created a beautiful, gorgeous, silky red dress. And this perfume was dedicated and is inspired by this movie, Red Shoes, and by the silky red dress, which was worn by the favorite model of Jacques Fath, Bettina. So Cécile Zarocan was inspired by these events and she created this amazing perfume. What is this perfume about? The top notes are blackcurrant, red berries, grapefruit and aldehydes. The hard notes are damask rose, ginger and pink pepper, and in the base patchouli, musk and cashmere wood. I'm going to spray it once again on the paper. I have to say I have fallen in love with this fragrance. It opens with a prominent berry note. It is red berries, maybe red currant, black currant. It is a very noticeable note. Some citrusy note. As it dries down, the rose becomes more prominent, and also the pink pepper. And pink pepper note gives to this fragrance an amazing powderiness. It is powdery and a little bit dusty, and this makes this fragrance unique and very special. You won't be unnoticed wearing this fragrance, and this fragrance receives also many compliments. It has a very strong sillage. The longevity is also quite well. I was very pleased wearing it and received many compliments. As I said, it is something special. It is not a girly kind of berry fragrance. It is very elegant, sophisticated. It's just a very gorgeous and opulent fragrance. As I said, I have fallen in love with this one and I think I'm going to buy this, although they are very expensive, so I have to think twice, but I think this one is worth trying at least. The next fragrance I would like to talk about, which also has very tight ties to the personality of Jacques Fath, is called La Loden. Loden is wool fiber, boiled wool. Jacques Fath liked to wear a strange Loden jacket of dark green color, and he also liked to use this particular warm and strong woolen fiber to create his unique dresses. So what is this fragrance about? I'm going to spray it once again. The nose behind this fragrance is a very famous Italian maître parfumeur, Luca Maffei. The top notes are green mandarin, vetiver, ginger and pink pepper. Hard notes are vetiver, juniper berries, and base, ylang-ylang, vetiver, tobacco and patchouli. So this fragrance is dedicated to vetiver. It is a vetiver fragrance. The opening is a very strong medical, like at the doctor's. As it dries down, it becomes very herbal. It becomes very natural. It is fragrance about woods, about walking in the autumn wood, about smelling oak moss, about pine woods, juniper berries. I come from Estonia and I know what juniper trees are many things in Estonia made from juniper tree, so this particular aroma is very known, familiar to me. So this is this very natural, herbal and woody fragrance. As it dries down and becomes even more woody, it becomes this prominent juniper note. It is like walking in the morning forest, picking berries, picking mushrooms. As it dries down, the tobacco note becomes even more prominent. So this is very old, rustic tobacco. For me, this fragrance goes more in the masculine direction. I wouldn't wear it by myself, but I would love to smell something like that from a man. So this would suit to a man who appreciates nature, forests and activities maybe in the forest, like mushroom picking or maybe even hunting. And the color is also very natural, very special, unique fragrance. Very interesting and worth trying. Our next hero, which is also connected to the history of the brand and personality of Jacques Fath, is called Tempete D Automne. You can translate it as autumn storm. And Tempete D Automne, autumn storm, is the name of the haircut Jacques Fath created for his favorite fetish model Bettina, so that she looks divine. It's a short, boy-like haircut. So, and the style of his favorite model Bettina was very natural and fresh. So this fragrance is dedicated to this haircut. And the nose behind of this fragrance is Cécile Zarocan, and she was inspired by this story of his fetish model Bettina. So what is this fragrance about, the autumn storm? I'm going to spray it. The top notes are bergamot, orange, mandarin, pink pepper. The hard notes: cinnamon, coriander, ylang ylang, white flowers and lavender. And base: sandalwood, tonka bean, milk, musk and leather. So I would say the elements of naturalness and freshness are very well represented here in this fragrance. This fragrance has very natural, herbal and citrusy opening. As it dries down and becomes softer but more spicy, even more herbal, even more herby, with a touch of oriental wood in it, oriental herbs and spices. This is the smell of a spice shop. It has some oriental spicy touch. Also very prominent woody note, prominent sandalwood. This fragrance is very meditative. It is good for some Eastern practices, maybe for practicing yoga. After some time it becomes more lactonic through this milk note, and it becomes sweeter. It has this nice lactonic sweetness in it, like Turkish delight. So for me it is a oriental, herby, spicy fragrance. For me it goes also in the masculine direction, and I think it would be appreciated by a man who likes to practice some Eastern practices, yoga or Eastern martial arts. So it helps to be concentrated. It is also very sophisticated fragrance. I wouldn't like wearing it by myself, but I think it is a very nice choice for a man. Our last hero is going to be Velours Boise. You can translate it as woody velvet. Velvet is a unique fabric with sensual touch that Jacques Fath loved to use to create his amazing dresses and evening gowns. So this has also very tight ties to the creation, to the work of Jacques Fath. This fragrance has very interesting notes. I'm going to read them. Top notes are bergamot, davana and mate. Hard notes are immortelle, whiskey, carrot seeds and patchouli, and in the base sandalwood and woody notes. So what is this fragrance about? For me, it also goes in a masculine direction. Very spicy oriental herbal opening with a light pharmaceutical touch, like in a pharmacy, and very light, fresh, citrusy notes. As it dries down and becomes softer, and I can feel this prominent whiskey note. Also some tobacco, although tobacco isn't listed here. Probably this is the touch of mate with its powderness and a little bit dusty. And it reminds me of being in Scotland, of a Scottish whiskey bar with a rustic furniture and this interesting design. This prominent alcohol note mixed with beer and whiskey and a little bit tobacco smell. It has this woody smoky touch and a prominent whiskey note. It is like being in this Scottish bar trying different expensive and interesting whiskey sorts. Very special and very unique fragrance for a man who appreciates expensive whiskey, I would say. I wouldn't wear it by myself, but I would recommend to try it for a sophisticated man who loves, who appreciates expensive alcohol. And the nose behind this fragrance was a very famous and talented mental parfumeur, Luca Maffei. Very interesting, unique fragrance with a prominent whiskey note. Worth trying it. If you are interested in the history of the fashion brand Jacques Fath, you can watch my first video. I'm going to list it above. So thank you very much for your attention and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye!